Good morning. In the previous video we have seen about current, potential difference and symbols. Now as I told in the previous video, this is a very important topic of electricity, that is Ohm's law. So now to talk about Ohm's law, I have made a circuit diagram. Circuit diagram comprises with a battery, and here you can see properly that I have not connected any battery. I have kept it separate for connection. These are connecting wires. This is ammeter, plug key, and here you can find this XY as a resistance, and resistance is connected, a voltmeter is connected in parallel with resistance. So this is one more question which is asked many times in examination, that how voltmeter is connected and how ammeter is connected in the circuit. So here voltmeter is always connected in parallel and ammeter is always connected in series. So now this is the circuit diagram. So to start with Ohm's law, this is an experiment also. In practical, in your laboratory, you will be told and you will be taken, and then a proper experiment will be performed on Ohm's law. So the experiment says that you have to see these two first of all as 0, and now we will be connecting this circuit to the first cell, I should say, this one. As soon as I have connected this to the first cell, I will be getting a value in ammeter, and then I will be getting a value simultaneously, I will be getting a value in voltmeter. So this will be the first reading of both. Then I will connect this circuit to the battery comprises of 2 cells. Again I will be getting a reading here in ammeter and voltmeter. I will note down. Then I will connect this to the third. Same thing, I will get a reading in both, and finally I will be connecting this to the whole circuit, whole battery, and then I will be getting the 4th reading. So after getting these 4 readings, I will be making a graph. Potential difference across current. So when I will be plotting these points in this way, so I will be getting a straight line. This experiment shows that potential difference and current are directly proportional to each other. Potential difference and current are directly proportional to each other. By this experiment we can conclude. So now we got a proportionality statement, and the statement says that V is directly proportional to I. So now I can say that V is directly proportional to I. This is an proportionality statement. So now removing this proportionality sign, making this as a equation, as you know that to make a equation we have to remove the proportionality sign, so that V will be equal to I. But now the rule says whenever you are removing a proportionality sign and putting an equal to sign, you have to introduce a constant, and here we are introducing R as a constant, resistance. So we got this first equation of Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. This can be rearranged as I is equal to V by R, and this can be again rearranged into the third part as R is equal to V by I. It means these are the 3 equations of Ohm's law. V is equal to IR, I is equal to V by R, and R is equal to V by I. Rearrangement of equations of Ohm's law. But I can tell you one very easy trick to remember all these 3 equations, just like this. So the equation, the trick is you have to make a triangle, write V, I and R in this way. No need to by heart these formulas, very easily, as the formula which you want, for example you want V, So put your hand on V, you will get IR, see the first formula. If you want I, put the hand on I, you will get V by R, this is the second one. And third, here put the hand on R, you will get V by I. So these are the three very easy important formulas of Ohm's law. So with this is all about Ohm's law, and we'll talk about the next topic. So the next topic is factors affecting resistance. In the previous topic we have seen Ohm's law. Now factors affecting resistance. So here is a circuit diagram. Here I have taken in the first case I have taken a wire of certain material. I have taken a second wire of same material. This is important, take it properly. Second wire is also of the same material which is of first. The only thing is second wire is having exactly the double length of first one. Third wire is also of the same material. That's why here I have tried to keep the color also same. The third wire is also of same color. The difference is the third wire is having double volume of the first one. And the fourth wire which we have used is of different material. So now this is a circuit made and we have on the circuit. So we got the reading. First I am connecting here. I have connected the circuit with the first case. So let us see, or let us suppose that we got reading X in the first case. Now here we are connecting this to the second wire like this. Material is same as I told you, but the length is double. So here we got the reading which was exactly half of the first reading. Exactly half of the first reading. As the length becomes twice, the current becomes half. Now let us join with the third one. Here we will be getting a reading twice X. It means double. And if we connect it with the fourth one, we are getting some different reading. For example, why? Because we know that the material is different. So now let us talk about the readings. In the first case, this resistance R is having certain length L, so we got the current X. Then in the second case, this resistance R was having length twice, so we got current half. And in the third case, this resistance R, we are having length same, but area of cross section is twice, so we got 2x current. So let us conclude these observations in the form of equation. With this, we can say that this R is directly proportional to the length. It means we have seen that here in these two cases, if you compare, here the length is twice, and in comparison with this, the length is half. So resistance is directly proportional to the length and is inversely proportional to the cross-sectional area, which we have proved in the third case. So this is a statement we got in factors affecting resistance. It means there are factors which are affecting resistance is length and cross-sectional area, and even in the last case, the material. If the material is changed, again the reading is changing. So with this statement, let us convert this statement into an equation as R equals, as I told you in the previous statement, that when we are changing proportionality sign into equation, we are putting an equal to sign with a constant, and here we are putting a constant as rho. RHO, rho. And this rho is the specific resistivity, as I told you the fourth example where the material was changed. So R is equal to rho L upon A. This is the new equation which we have did. So these are the factors. Factors are specific resistivity, length and area of cross section. Okay. So in these two videos we had talked about current, that is Q upon T, that is charge per unit time, potential difference W upon Q, and then Ohm's law in 3 rearrangements, as I told you the triangle to remember. And the next topic was factors affecting. We got one more equation, R is equal to rho L upon A. So on these equations now you are able to solve numericals. Dear students, keep a thing very much in mind that in board examination this topic electricity is very important and on which numericals are 100% asked. So I will be putting a worksheet for you. Thank you.